is currently -1 degrees out, but there isn't much of a wind chill today, so it doesn't feel so cold. It's another daily Cinephiles vlog. And if anybody was wondering what I was just doing, I was out for a morning run. Meanwhile, I've been trying to get my gallon of water in every day. And every day I've been reading some pages from this Imagineering story. This is the book. There is the episodic documentary on Disney Plus, but this book was also made, and a lot of extra details in this book. So if you're a fan of the Disney parks and of Imagineering, this book I highly recommend. At the beginning of the year, I talked about the new year, but I didn't talk about what my goals or what exactly my New Year's resolution was, just because, in the past, you say it, and then I feel like all of it doesn't end up coming to fruition. But recently, I think there was even it was a holiday or whatever. It was like National Give Up on Your New Year's Resolution Day or whatever. But usually, like, people stick to their New Year's resolutions for about like 2 weeks, and then they go away. So like the big thing that I was trying this year was, I always want to kind of maintain health, read more, and especially dive into more music, because I'm such a movie guy, but I haven't ever really done much with music. I don't really have like what I would even call a taste in music. So I've been actually keeping up with new album releases, bigger titles, but also smaller titles, and just finding stuff on, my YouTube Music app. I'm one of the few that uses YouTube Music. But the big thing I was doing this year was, now I've wanted to do this for a long time. I wanted to do 75 hard. Some people might criticize what 75 hard is, and I did too. I mean, like, especially some of the of what people use it for. I'm not trying to make a statement or anything. I do want to give it a go just to see how many different aspects of it, how far I could take it. I don't know if I've seen many people go the full 75 days, or at least keep up with everything for the full 75 days. There's also like different versions of this, different interpretations of what every step should be. Like, you're supposed to read 10 pages every day. They say it should be a nonfiction book. I guess like the reason is that you should be reading self-help books. But to me, I'm like, well, I should just read more in general. So can I just read whatever I want? Like, I've been reading some, like the Tomorrowland, or the Imagineering story anyway. That book isn't, it's not a fiction book, but it's just like a history of Imagineering. So technically it's nonfiction, but I don't think it's necessarily the type of book that the 75 Hard is calling for. Also, I read a fiction book already. So, I mean, like, that part of it I broke, but I have been reading the 10 pages every day. So in my mind, I'm not doing 75 hard. I don't want to proclaim to anybody that, like, I did it or that I've been keeping up with it. But as of now, I've been doing 20 days of what my version of 75 hard is. They say that you got to do like a workout outside and a workout indoors. Well, I've been doing running every day outside. It's been extremely cold out, but I've been keeping up with doing running every day. I like to run. I've done, the half marathon. Running's just always been my thing, so I've been doing more of it and been going longer. I've been doing 45-minute runs. If I get the run done in under 45 minutes, I come home and I do some additional workouts. Nothing too intense. So that's another part of it. I think a lot of people who, are enamored by the 75 hard thing, they look to do it where you do a really intense workout and then you do like not as intense of a workout later in the day. So I'm doing like a 45-minute run, and then I do a 45-minute walk. So again, like, I don't want to proclaim that I'm doing what everyone traditionally thinks as of 75 hard. Like, really what I'm doing is like taking the attributes of it, but doing my own style of it, pushing myself in my own way, but not doing like, I'm not doing I wouldn't call it an intense workout. I would call it like doing a 45-minute run is something that I hadn't been doing previously. I've been running mostly every day, but I hadn't been doing a straight up 45-minute run. Like, I've doubled the amount of steps I've been doing every day, which is great to see. Also, it's like the diet part of it. I'm not necessarily following a diet. My only version of a diet is, they don't say anything specific that you should be doing, but the thing that I'm doing is like cutting out candy, cutting out snacks. Like that's the biggest thing. I haven't been eating any chips or any candy. I eat a lot of candy. I sit at an office desk and I just end up eating a lot of candy throughout the day. I mean, way more than I think normal people eat, to be honest. Like I can slam through a bag of Sour Patch candy really easily. It's like like a child. And it's something that I really need to cut down on. Years ago, I gave up on pop. I haven't really drank pop much in the last few years, but candy has always stuck around, and I needed to cut that down. So that has actually been the toughest thing, is cutting down the candy. Alcohol is another thing. So you can't drink alcohol, and I did cut that out. You know, I do occasionally drink, but as of recently, with the 75 hard, I haven't been drinking at all, and I think that's actually been great. It's kind of great to just go this many days without drinking, and it hasn't been tough to give that up at all. The only thing I thought would be an issue with it is, like, you know, if you're going out, you know, and there's beer available sometimes, like especially if you're with a group, maybe, you know, you want to get one. But that actually hasn't been too tough for me to cut out entirely. The hardest thing has been the candy. It's also, I think, kind of the best time of the year to do this because there's not as many events, there's not holidays coming up. I even found out like 75 hard ends like a few days before St. Patrick's Day. But, you know, I've actually noticed, just by cutting out all these different things already, that my weight did start to drop down already. I mean, I've been checking it every day. You also got to do a progress photo every day. That's not too tough to do. You just do a quick photo of yourself. It's a shirtless photo. You won't be seeing those. But I've been keeping up with that just to see if there will actually be a change between the first day and the 75 days if I keep it up. But the biggest thing is that as far as the weight goes, I actually did start to see weight drop down pretty quickly just from, I'm guessing, cutting out the candy especially, because that's something, like I said, way too much, way too many snacks, way too many chips, way too many hot Cheetos, like really too much. I've had too much of it. I did start to see my weight already drop down. I mean, at one point it was like 10 pounds had been dropped since I had started this, so that's pretty impressive. And I think it makes sense just for all that different stuff I've cut out. Since then, the weight hasn't been dropping as much. You know, it's much more slower, but like that initial drop is like, wow, that's just from, you know, doing the workouts, but also cutting out all this extra stuff, you know, cutting out the candy, the snacks, beer too, like cutting all that out is a lot of empty calories. You know, it's just kind of extraordinary to see. And then you got the water. You gotta drink a gallon of water every day. And I showed the jug for that. I have a jug, and I've had that previously. So I've been trying to do more water in my day previously, but now to actually do a gallon every day. And it sucks sometimes when you forget. There's been days where I forget, and then I start drinking water, and then I'm like drinking water up until midnight. And, you know, like that leads to a lot of more visits to the bathroom, for sure. So been doing the gallon of water, been doing no alcohol, been doing some form of a diet, you know, just by cutting out snacks and candy and such. Been doing the 2 workouts amounting to an hour and a half, usually mostly of running and walking. I'm not doing anything where it's 45 minutes outside and 45 minutes inside. I just kind of been doing the running, the walking, all outside, and then some stuff inside. But read the 10 pages, been drinking the gallon of water. So like the 6 components there. But I'm just more proud of the fact that I've been able to keep this up now for 20 days. And I don't want to, you know, but make it seem like I'm doing it's like, I don't think it's the legit version of 75 hard. It's my version of 75 hard, but it's been good for me. And I think, you know, just take of these challenges, take what like you can do of them, and then just try to keep up with that pace. So here's to me doing my version of 75 hard. I've been keeping it up for 20 days, and that's the progress so far of my New Year's resolution. Let me know about your resolution, or if you're going to set up any new goals for yourself, and thanks for watching.